for your guys? Obviously, they can't hit the quarterback, but you saw an uptick in the tempo. What did you see from your offense today?
Yeah, I thought we did a lot of great things. You know, it was cool. We got the referees out here. We got the pads on. It felt the most real that we've been since the Super Bowl, and you saw guys going hard. They're practicing hard. We had some mistakes. You saw guys learn from that, and of course, Coach Reed ordered the hottest day that we could have for the first day of pads. He does that every year, it seems like.
Every year. What an intro for you guys on pads day one.
With first day in pads, the heat. You got the refs out here. What would you give today's grade on the practice?
Yeah, I would say it was about a B, B maybe B plus. You know, there was procedural things that we did. The referees got us on, and there were some refs that we made mistakes offensively. But I loved how the guys competed, and I think that's something that when you put these pads on and you're here, it's not about making mistakes. You learn from those mistakes. It's how you're going to respond. And I thought the guys responded well, and we got it cleaned up as practice went on. But there's definitely room to improve, and that's why we're here.
Now, there's some rotations and some competitions on the O-line. Your protection is not all about talent. It's also about your timing and your trust. How do you feel you're doing with those guys getting these live reps? How long do you think it'll take until, they kind of adapt to your tempo and your speed and cadence?
I think they've done a great job so far. Competition breeds excellence, and I think Coach Reed always preached that, is that you got to go out there and compete. And obviously today was first day of pads, so you get a real feel. But we have a good defensive line. We had a lot of blitzes from Spags. Yeah. So these guys are going to get tested. Coach Reed's going to throw them into the fire, and let's see who comes out the best man. And so I'm just excited for the rest of camp as we build that chemistry and get ourselves ready to go for the season.
A quick follow-up on that same note. What is the process of when a guy earns your trust? Is it something that you see in live reps? Is it something when you're walking through it with film? Do you have an example of a guy who's come in and really gained your trust?
I think it's the guys that you want to go out to war with at the end of the day. Not everything's going to be perfect. They're not going to have the perfect sets. They're not going to have the perfect timing of every single route. They're going to try the best to be there, but they're going to give everything they have every rep. And so that comes with days like today. But how are you going to stack it the next day? And how are you going to stack it the next day? And are you going to respond and get even better? Or are you going to kind of go down and kind of cower, I guess you would say? And so I like the guys that I want to go to war with every single day. And we got a lot of guys like that on this football team. And I'm excited for them. And I'm excited for these practices to get a little longer and see how they react to that too.
Tell me about some of these young guys that you have as pass catchers, whether it's tight end, wide receiver, or running back. Tell us two guys that you really see that are young, that are starting to show that they can be war ready for you and dependable.
Yeah, we have some veteran guys, but I think you're talking about these young guys. I mean, yep. Rasheed Rice, you saw at the beginning of last year, and I think he's going to even be better this year. The way he's able to navigate the football field, you can see that explosiveness. You come back from injury, you always are looking for that. Yes. And you can see that explosiveness already, and he has a good feel for me and the timing that I want everything on. And then Xavier Worthy, guy that you saw at the end of last year, how talented he is, how special the talent he is, but I think the physicality he's getting better and better at working with, and that comes with playing playoff football and then responding with a full off season. And so those guys that go with the veteran guys that we have, we think we have a chance to be a really good offense, man. We got to stay healthy, go out there and showcase it though.
I know it's hot. Dare we say ice up, son? Get out of here.
Yeah, we will. Appreciate y'all.